I'm going to give you some info about my pedal settings and explain everything in detail. So you see one of my touring pairs. This is actually the one I use for Europe. It's about 2 years old, 2 years and a half, but still looks like new. I got another one in the States waiting for me, which is a little bit older, about 5 years or so. The thing with Axis, and I'll be very honest to you, I heard it's always good to carry some spares and everything. And this is what I do. I'm a professional drummer, and I gotta be on the spot, every time. If anything happens, I have to fix it. The thing is, the last 10 years with Axis, I never had any single problem, and I mean it. Not a single problem. Usually I carry some MIG kits right here. I carry the spring and then actually the whole system, so if anything breaks, I'm ready to fix it, and the heel block right here. But like I said, I never had any problems so far, and these pedals actually do miles on every show. So anyways, let's get into details. This is a pair of Axis A longboards, and it is a pedal I'm using for the last 10 years or so. This is definitely one of the best pedals in the market, definitely the best for me. And the thing actually, I never found anything similar to any other model will be the weight. This is like super amazing. The construction of this pedal is amazing. Everything is top quality, very simple, which actually kind of feels good and safe on stage. But the main thing is it's working on every show. No problems. You place the pedals. I barely actually use this part because of the scratch on the bottom. These things stick so well on the carpet. You have no idea. I mean, it's really hard to actually take it out. So I never actually used this. In one of my old pairs, actually, I took it off. As you can see, the spring is all the way up, and this is the way I play for actually since 91 or so, with any pedal I had. The thing with Axis is like the spring is very heavy duty, so this is definitely the tightest pedal in the market. So all the way up from the day I purchased the pedals, and this is it, the first thing I do, and this is my settings. I use the Axis E-Kit, which is far the best triggers out there. The main thing with these triggers will be you can set this little hammer actually to fire just milliseconds before the beater actually touches the head, and that actually prevents a latency, with the module, the cables and the module, which it was always a huge problem for me, and it doesn't actually feel very natural, So even if you trigger with the Axis E-Kits, this is like a brilliant idea, very smart idea, and it makes everything actually feels natural, okay? This is really, really important. Another really important thing will be the beater distance. My distance is about 18.5 centimeters away from the head. This is a lot actually, and very unusual for death metal, but this is actually a thing I'm telling it to everyone that, if you have more distance, you're able to swing the pedal, swing the beater a little bit easier, and that will give you speed and power, okay? So more distance, and when you play, of course, you get the beater as much as you can, further back, and you get more power and of course more swing, which means also more speed. The last thing I would like to talk about will be the tight springs. Many people think the tighter the spring is, the quicker response you have, and then you can play faster, which is kind of wrong because you actually get quicker response, but a lot more resistance, okay? So there is a balance in there. You lose and you win, out of something. But the main reason for me will be this. You're resting on the pedal, this will be my toes and this will be my heel, okay? And when you're getting ready to play, you actually have to lift your heel, okay? Because we always play heel up, most of us, I think 99.99% of the drummers I know. When you raise your heel, this part of the pedal takes all your weight, okay? But if you have tight springs, it actually keeps you on the firing position. So it will still go closer to the head, okay? Because it gets some more weight right here, because then this is your balance point and not your heel, okay? So I raise my heel, but I get a lot of distance from the tight spring, okay? And keeps me up on the firing position, so I'm ready to play. This is the main reason for me. It took years to understand why it feels comfortable, because everybody was saying, it's the quicker response. Well, it's not. It's a firing position, it keeps you up, keeps you ready to play fast, and it works great.